with a tremendous angle, making Barry Windham the fourth member of the Horsemen, which was genius.
Was that a Dusty Rhodes idea, to the best of your recollection?
I think it would have probably had to be, but I would have think he would have asked us what we thought about Barry. It just seems like that's something that would have happened. And if you've been, we had all been in the ring with Barry Tully probably more than any of us, but with his skill set, you know, swapping Luger for Barry Windham from a match standpoint, there was no comparison.
Yeah, no comparison. Well, and what happened, Conrad, there is the dynamics of the four of us changed, because when it first started, Ole and Arn were the tag team, and Flair and I were singles. And when Barry came in, because his talent level was up, equal to Flair, or even surpassed Flair, then that made him and Flair the two singles, and it put me and Arn in the situation that we became the tag team, and that's how. And you know, I mean, it was, I think time can tell, but I mean, we were a pretty good tag team.
I think right here is a good spot, because if you don't do it, it'll get forgotten. But it's absolutely true. The one dynamic that benefited every team that worked for Jim Crockett was the Rock and Roll Express.
Yes, sir.
You stepped through those ropes and had a match with those guys. If you couldn't get pure, unadulterated, come over the rail, get in the ring heat with those guys, then you couldn't get heat. And every team they worked with was better the next day for having worked with them. And I know they don't get enough credit, but they made, just like on the other side of the ball, we made everybody we worked with, they did exactly the same thing. Ricky and Robert were phenomenal. And it didn't matter who you booked them with, send them to any town, they drew a ton of money too.
Oh gosh. They were a phenomenal team. And I don't know if there ever has been, or before or since, but in Greensboro, we wrestled those guys for an hour inside a cage match, which cage matches are not supposed to go 60 minutes. And the people were just as excited at the first as they were at the end.